My name's Zach. I've been a musician in Portland since 2011. I've worked in music businesses across town like CD Baby, helped out a bit with PDX Pop Now, things like that. And for the past 2 years, I've been super excited to be working on the 2022 Oregon Music Census with Music Portland and Music Oregon. So this census is a project that's been gestating for a long time now, and it was really born out of the recognition that, while popular music engages more Oregonians and visitors than any other cultural activities combined, and we all know that it's a big part of what makes Oregon the incredible place that it is, it's really not recognized at all for its importance in generating significant revenue and supporting businesses and tourism. So as a result, artists, businesses, venues were often excluded altogether from arts and culture support for being too commercial, while also not receiving any tax incentives or other business advantages because they're too creative. So as we continue to collectively face this litany of issues, we got rising costs of living, denser populations, a lack of housing, shuttering venues, not enough rehearsal space, lagging performance pay, all this stuff. As the combined voice of Oregon music, we really need to make ourselves seen and heard by the powers that be to demonstrate that we're worthy of the kinds of tax breaks, business development benefits, and fundings that other commercial sectors enjoy, even like film. So really one of the big problems has been that the economic realities of professional independent music are basically invisible to policymakers and investors because they've never been quantified before. And so right now with this census, we finally have a chance to be heard. So, without getting too deep in the weeds, the crux is that the Oregon legislature for the first time ever has just recognized commercial music and live performance as what they call emerging economic sectors. So what this census is going to do is create data for the governor, cities, counties, Travel Oregon, Business Oregon, Prosper Portland, all these other economic development agencies to develop informed policies and make funding decisions about independent commercial music and live performance. So this means fighting for higher pay for artists, substantial creative grants for popular artists, business support programs, long-term affordable lease programs, tax abatement, credits to encourage local music production and performance, et cetera, et cetera. You can learn kind of a lot more about all these things on musicportland.com and musicoregon.com as well. And really all we need from you is to spend 5 minutes on a completely anonymous survey that's not going to ask you to sign up for anything. So if you're an artist, a business, an independent contractor, anyone who makes any income at all from music, please go to OregonMusicCensus.org and help us demonstrate our value to the state. Because the reality is if we're not counted in the eyes of the decision makers, we don't count. So since this is going to inform music supporting policy initiatives, programs, and funding for years to come, if we have a lackluster showing, the state's going to see us as being small, having no impact, and we're going to remain a really low priority indefinitely. So it's super important that we as a community have a really solid response rate. So we're super happy to answer any questions you might have at info@musicportland.org. Please share the census with all your friends and colleagues before January 15th. And yeah, really appreciate it, y'all.